to another episode of Recovery Roundup. I'm Adrienne Williams-Octalien, Director of the Office of Disaster Recovery. Today we're going to look at a number of projects that are of keen interest to the people of this territory. So let's go take a look. As promised, we're here on the site for the Vincent Mason Pool, the long-awaited recreational facility in Freedom City, Frederiksted. We are approaching a very critical milestone that we're actually very excited about with the pouring of the pool. And I have here with us, of course, the owner of this project, Commissioner Calvert White. Tell me, how do you feel today about the progress on this project?
Well, first off, Director, I don't own the pool. This pool belongs to the people of the Virgin Islands. But it's an exciting day. I wish I came in my swimsuit to do this interview because I know what this pool means to the people. These guys have been here since 6 o'clock this morning, pouring over 200 cubic square foot of concrete. A lot of concrete, but this is exciting because this is a critical point of this project.
And we're here with our project manager, Blake Schluter from Benton Construction, who is fully in charge of bringing this from concept all the way to fruition. What's the most challenging aspect of this project?
I'd probably say the most challenging part of the project is this concrete pour. This has been a work in progress since we got under contract, and from getting the rebar approved, getting it all the mill sorts approved, getting all the rebar on site, getting it installed, and just long days. And then today's going to be another long day, obviously starting at 6 o'clock with the concrete placement. But super proud of our team and resilience, and this is a great project to work at. Beautiful spot in Paradise.
So next steps, I know the pouring for the pool was in the critical path. What is the next steps to get to completion, and what's the anticipated completion time?
Yep. We're looking at first to middle of March for completion. After the slab is poured today, we're going to be starting tomorrow on forming up the walls. The walls are an intricate part, just a lot of in-the-wall components with the lights and the pumps and the filters, lots of piping, lots of electrical. So that's our critical path, continuing on the walls. Once those walls are poured, which will be right around Christmas time, we'll be backfilling and starting the concrete pool deck, the pavers, the aluminum fencing to keep the kids and public safe. All the while, we'll be working on the west part of the property, doing all the pavers and the cabanas and kind of the rest of the show for this property. So.
All right. Well, this is exciting. We know that Benton Construction is known for quality projects, and we expect nothing less from this one as well. And now that we have the completion of the pool in sight, overall, what are the plans from Sports Park and Recreation for this facility?
Well, as I said, Director, this pool belongs to the people of the Virgin Islands, specifically St. Croix. I'm looking forward to getting people back out here, having family events, social events. We made more of a recreational pool where we now have a beach area for the younger kids, our seniors. We've added some ADA components where we have a lift, but not just the pool. The surrounding area is going to be beautified a little bit. We have some barbecue stanchions. We have tiki huts, new benches. We're going to be adding a new section to this facility, which is a playground for people that are coming out here. So I think people are going to be happy with what they see once this project is finished.
Well, you know, this project has gone through a number of challenges, from funding, cost increases, a change in a contractor. This project has remained Governor Bryan's part of his top 100 projects for the recovery. The Office of Disaster Recovery is thrilled that we are moving along, and as the Commissioner said and our project managers have said, that this is a critical project for the people of the Virgin Islands and the people of Frederiksted West Side. All right, well, we are here again looking at this significant production here today for the Vincent Mason Pool. How many trucks do you anticipate here for this pour?
Roughly maybe about 20.
20?
Yeah.
So tell me, what's your job here? I see you look like the most important guy on this job today.
Kind of.
So what is your role? What are you doing here, and what does this equipment do?
Well, this is a controller for the pump. I'm the operator for the pump. Yeah.
All right. So you regulate the flow, how fast it goes.
Yeah.
All right, on this job site. And apparently you are a very experienced person. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing that for about 7 to 8 years now. Yeah.
Awesome. So your name?
Jim.
Jim, thank you so much for allowing me to climb up here, looking at this very important job. These are all of the people that actually make these projects work in the Virgin Islands, and thank you for what you do.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, well, so this is the pump room that plays a critical function for this facility. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yep, this design, state-of-the-art pool mechanical design for all of the pumps and filters. This existing pump room is being utilized. We gutted everything out that was existing and got a new chlorine, 2 pumps, 3 filters to keep the water clean for the territory. This is the balancing tank that we're looking at over here. It keeps the water equal with each other as the water line and people come in and out of the pool. Water goes up and down. This just keeps the water level and is used to bring in fresh water as needed to the pool.
So does this require any kind of power for this to be able to function?
Yep, we've got new three-phase power coming in from WAPA that will be running all the pool equipment.
So within the territory, sometimes we experience power outages. Are any backup power being provided to this facility?
Yep, absolutely. We've got a 3-phase generator that's on order for going to run everything in the project: the pavilion lights, the bathroom lights, the concession stand, the pavilions, the pavilion bars, and all the pump equipment.
That's excellent. You've thought of everything, Commissioner, to ensure that this facility has resiliency. So once the party is going, the power can't stop the party, right?
Yeah, we know the issues that we have here electrical-wise, but we are working on those. But, the federal government as well as the local government invested a lot of money in this project. So we want to make sure that we have that equipment, that in case power goes, that we do have that backup generator to keep this facility running.
Excellent. All right, well, Masters Concrete is one of the biggest players today in this overall operation for the Vincent Mason Pool. And Mr. Ali Bocas, tell us a little bit about Masters Concrete.
Masters Concrete right now is one of the most modern facilities on the island. We have opened up in August, and we have prepared ourselves, and that's the whole purpose of opening up Masters, was to prepare ourselves and provide the best service with the most modern equipment, drivers, pumps available for recovery and federal and local projects.
Well, this is excellent. We know that we anticipate with $20 billion worth of funding coming into the territory for these construction and non-construction projects, that we rely on the private sector to be able to step up and be able to meet the challenge. So we're excited about that. I've had the opportunity to talk with one of your technicians, and he shared that you have about 20 trucks coming here today to do this pour for the pool. What type of preparation goes into this from your perspective?
From my perspective, the first preparation was to get with the owners themselves, the contractor, J. Benton Construction. We coordinated with J. Benton as far as their needs, what type of mix they're going to need, the behavior of the mix. All that is important when it comes to placing this particular pool bottom. And we coordinated with them. We had meetings, we had phone calls, emails, etc., to make sure that we get everything going as clockwork as possible.
Right.
And we also planned for if there were any delays, or we have contingencies in place to mitigate and to facilitate the pour as smoothly as possible in the event of delays as well.
So I know you started at 6 o'clock this morning. Blake, tell me, who sets the time on this for the pours, and what goes into those types of decisions?
Yeah, it's a team effort. We know that we got to get it done today, and 200 yards it's a sizable pour for what we're doing, and we want to get it done before dark, get it finished before dark. So we should be getting all the concrete down by about noon, 1 p.m. today, and then it's just finishing the rest of the day and letting it cure.
So we anticipate that there will be additional pours as you do the walls going forward. How long do you think it'll be before you complete the actual framing for the pool?
Yeah, there's only one more pour for the pool, and it's the walls, and that's scheduled to be right around the Christmas New Year time frame.
All right, and I'm sure that you are preparing for that as well.
Absolutely, and I'd just like to add, as of right now, we have 100 cubic yards traveling.
Yes.
So number 100 is on its road. This is 90 sitting right here. So 100 is on the road. So we are moving very nicely, in my opinion.
Well, I think we are definitely on the right path, right, Commissioner?
We are. First, I want to say now I know who to blame for the 6 a.m. start this morning. I thought it was you, but now I know who it is. But on behalf of the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation and the people of the Virgin Islands, I want to thank Jay Benton and Masters Concrete for the work that they're doing. This pool means so much to the people of the territory, and I can't wait till we have that opening day.
All right. Well, you know, we have lots more recovery projects that are moving, and we require this public-private partnership. And we will stay tuned on what we anticipate to be a very successful outcome for the Vincent Mason Pool. So there are a lot of people behind the scenes who actually make these projects go. And Commissioner, we have them on both sides. The Office of Disaster Recovery, along with the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation. And we just wanted to take an opportunity to share with you some of what they do and their role. So I'll start off. Commissioner, we have people who actually do the project, management, and others who pay the bills.
Well, it's a team effort. I mean, we're here with the world famous Transformers, aka ODR Autobots. And I communicate with these individuals on a daily basis. We would not be able to complete these projects without them. But in addition, within the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation, we also have our disaster specialists who I rely on heavily to make sure that these projects are being done the correct way, documentation is being done, and we're doing it according to the FEMA scope.
Right, so the process actually starts with our project specialists who are the eyes and ears and boots on the ground, Mr. Roderick Moorhead. Mr. Moorhead, tell us about what your role is, right? Your role on this project.
Well, like you said, one of the things we do, just make sure that we go according to plan. You know, so basically as a liaison between what FEMA has dictated and what's being done. We want to make sure it's done correctly and proficiently.
All right. So, you know, you work very closely with the project analyst for this, Ms. Lene Thurland. This is one of your special projects, correct?
Definitely. I just make sure I assist Mr. Moorhead in, you know, making sure that the sports park and rec, you know, stay within the FEMA scope, make sure we stay within the budget, and just make sure we get to completion as soon as possible.
All right. So we also have Shaniqua Mason, who does a lot of our communications to be able to share with the community what's going on.
Yes, it was a pleasure being here today. Just seeing how historic this is, just seeing a brand new pool being renovated is just really awesome.
And this provides a lot of warmth for your day-to-day activities. But I know these are projects that are a part of our overall projects, but this is home for you in terms of your primary responsibilities. And I know you have your disaster recovery specialist, Mr. Abel. You have been running point on this for a very long time.
Yes, Director, and I'd like to thank you and your staff and the YTEMA staff, DPW. This is a collective effort between all the agencies to make all these projects happen. And when we run into our little snags with FEMA, we have to depend on your guys for their assistance, DPW with the engineering, and of course ODR with helping us secure those funds. And I know sometimes the community complains that things take long and why it's taking so long, but it can be a cumbersome process, but if we're grinding and we're getting there, and as you can see, this project is here now.
All right. And you also work with Mr. Canton as well.
Good morning, all. Yes, I'm here to assist with Mr. Abel with with the projects that are going on, basically to augment the work that he does and to also review, inspect the work and make sure that the contractor is doing what they're supposed to do. And that's about it. Thank you.
And of course, the bills must be paid. And there are a lot of different contractors on this job that requires that we process payments on a timely basis. Ms. McIntosh really has her finger on the trigger to ensure that these payments stay moving.
Yes, our office, we have a goal to ensure that payments are processed within a 30 to 45-day window. So as soon as those invoices are received, we start tracking from that point. And I just make certain to work very closely along with Mr. Moorhead as well to ensure that the items are within the scope and they get paid.
So, Commissioner, you agree there's a lot of moving parts. I don't think that, I think as Mr. Abel mentioned, I don't think that the average person understands how many moving parts there are in order to get these projects done. But one thing we know for sure that the commitment is absolutely there.
Of course, and like you said, I don't think people realize the different steps that we go through from beginning to end of a project. I communicate with each one of these individuals. What I like about this team is they're very hands-on. There's not really an email coming to you. They call in my phone, Commissioner, there's something in your box, I need you to approve it. Just ensuring that the project continues to move forward on a steady pace.
Well, guys, you've seen the people that are in front and the people who are behind the scenes working on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands. Well, that's it for the Vincent Mason Pool site, but stick with us because we're on our journey on a recovery roundup, taking a look at the rest of the projects that's going on across the territory. Well, as promised, we're here on our next site at the Concordia Head Start that is being funded through $42 million of recovery dollars from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. This is a part of an overall conglomerate of new Head Start facilities that's currently being constructed. Recently, we opened the Cruise Bay Head Start on St. John with another 5 Head Start facilities that are under construction right now. Well, we're going to take a look at what's going on here and understand, I believe it's about 60% completed, but we'll talk to the project managers and the DPW representatives about the prognosis of this project. So we're here with the project managers from both the government side as well as the contractor, Mr. Carl Francis from the Department of Public Works, as well as Mr. Alex Williams from Custom Builders. And they are charged with ensuring that this project is moving along and completed on time, on budget, and according to specs. So where are we exactly? What percentage complete are we on this project?
I would say we're about just over 60% complete.
So we're a little more than halfway there. So just overall, give us a overview of this project and what will be contained in these facilities.
Okay, so we have a 6-inch reinforced concrete structure with 8-inch reinforced roof. We're currently working on the roof decking, which was basically an added portion to the scope where we added purlines, insulation, and then we have metal decking going on top of that roof. And the interior, we are like 60% on the framing of the interior walls. We have all exterior wall has 1-inch rigid insulation, then framing. As you can look around, if you go from room to room, the mechanical companies are here, electrical going in, plumbing is going in.
So I know that you're in a residential area. How do you manage the disruptions and the noise, and also just to make sure that you do not affect the quiet enjoyment of the residents?
Basically, on day one, before we even started, I spoke to each individual neighbor within the area, and basically let them know what was going to happen here. Scope of work, we try not to work anytime after 5:30. We had a one where we did the roof after hours, but basically moving forward before we try to let them know. The Homeowner Association president usually comes by and we have conversation on what we do.
Excellent. And your job also, you process payments, change orders, the representative for the government. So what is your overall feel for this project?
Well, there are no real issues as far as change orders and payments. We are up to date. We're up to date. The project is moving along. Payments are moving along. We currently have caught up with the work, actually. We had fallen a little behind. The work had fallen a little behind, But Alex and the crew, they increased the manpowers, and we now have the permits and the work moving along.
Okay, excellent. So we are looking at a completion date of
March?
March
Yes, March, April
2025.
25.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we Public Works, we have checked and we have certified that all the materials that are on site, and there should be no hold up in getting this project finished by March 25th.
All right, you hear that? March 2025, we're pushing towards getting this facility online, and I know the Department of Human Services, under the leadership of Commissioner Avril George and Ms. Masika Lewis, have been working very closely with the Department of Public Works and the contractor to ensure that next school year that this will actually be a site to receive children. Thank you so much for being with us today. Well, as promised, we are here on site at another successful recovery project. This time, it's a residential home in the island of St. Croix. And we have with us the folks who are behind the scenes who actually make these things happen. With us today, of course, is Mr. Gregory Miller. He is the Senior Program Manager for the EnVIsion program. Mr. Dante Malloy, he is the project manager on this project, as well as the senior construction manager, Mr. Jason Brown, who is in charge of all of these construction, as well as Lilia Defoe, who is with Patrick George and Sons. That is a sub under Persons, who has been contracted to do this project. Well, I got a real treat for you because the work that has been done on this home is just amazing. And we're gonna take a minute to go through it, but before that, I know, Dante, that you have been working closely on this project. What was the time frame for this work to be done?
Well, we started in July of this year. And we're just looking at closing out that at the end of this month, so about 4 months.
And what was the scope of work that was included for this project?
Well, it entailed roof repairs. We had to resheet the entire roof. There was a lot of cracks throughout the home. We changed out all the windows, the floor tiles. A lot of the electrical work was redone as well.
All right, that sounds like almost like a brand new home. So I know that there's a lot of this type of work that's being done on these homes that have applied for assistance through the EnVIsion program.
Yes, there's a multitude of projects of this nature. I'm pleased to be a part of this, just to let the viewers know. Reconstruction of these homes is very important to me and important to everyone that's here. We're here to serve the public, and we're doing our best to make sure that all the homes that are reconstructed are in compliance here in St. Croix, St. Thomas, and also St. John.
All right, perfect. Well, we can't do this, of course. This is absolutely a public-private partnership where we have contractors who respond to solicitations to do this work. And how is the experience so far with the program and with working with the homeowners to get the projects done?
Hi, my name is Ms. Defoe, representative of PAC Construction and PG Electric. We are one of the subcontractors from Persons to Persons. And I must say that it was such a privilege for us having an opportunity to work with the community. And as it moves along, we, get to understand how it works, the procedures, there are protocols and everything that, happens. But knowing that where we started from seeing how the house was dismantled, like say the roofing and the floor, it was really, really in a terrible condition, especially the floor with the cracking and stuff. But to see that we really pulled through, we didn't just speak with our mouth, but action speaks louder than words. And I'm sure at the end of it, they're showing their gratitudes of the accomplishment of the task that has been done. And we are looking forward into, being subcontracted with some more houses, because we are, proud to say that we are good at what we do, and we're going to continue doing good.
All right. Well, this program, of course, has a stigma associated with it because of the slow start. But I know, Mr. Miller, you have been working very closely with all of your team members to make sure that we get more homes into construction. So how many homes do we currently have into construction, and what is the plan for it to make sure that we can get to these homeowners in a timely manner?
Yes, Ms. Williams, thank you for that. Currently, the program has about 70 homes in construction and 28 homes out for bid. We expect to roll out another solicitation of about 50 homes by the end of this year. The team has been very busy. Activity has greatly increased from the last year or so. We just ask everyone, the applicants for the program, to please continue to be patient with the program. We are getting to the homes as fast as we can.
Are there any other recommendations that you have for applicants, like the type of documentation? What are some of the challenges that we're experiencing with the program in order for us to get homes moved faster?
Yeah, sure. One thing, I think the applicants, they underestimate what it takes to get a home into construction and becoming site ready. Some applicants are required to move out of the home because we're taking off your entire roof. Some homes we are completely demoing and reconstructing from the ground up. So please be mindful, be prepared for when the program reach out to you. If there's any supporting documentation that's required from the program, please submit those documents in a timely manner.
Okay, well, you heard it here from all of the people that came together to make this successful project and a happy homeowner. So we're going to go through this home, and you're going to be pleased as much as we are. And congratulations to all of you for the hard work that you've done. And again, if you're an applicant out there that's waiting, we ask that you start to think about relocation options, contact our offices, making sure that you know exactly where you are, and we will be getting straight to you to be able to get your home in construction and get you back into a decent, safe, and sanitary surroundings. Well, we're wrapping up our tour of disaster projects, and we are now with another EnVIsion home on the island of St. Croix, and this is another one of your projects, Dante. What actually is the entire scope of this project?
So this house was originally a wooden structure that was completely damaged by the hurricane. There's 2 levels to it. The bottom is actually concrete. So we had to demolish the entire wooden structure. We're rebuilding it. We're going to repair the interior repairs of the downstairs units.
So how long has this been in construction now?
This project has been running about 2 months now.
All right. When do we believe that it'll be completed?
The anticipated completion date is March 2025, pending any inclement weather.
All right. Well, you know, there's always challenges and issues in construction, but we know that this family will be very happy once this home is completed. Well, that ends my tour on construction projects. The Office of Disaster Recovery, as you know, is now the administrator for this EnVIsion program, and we are working very hard to ensure that we get to the families that have been waiting for a very long time. Well, there you have it. We're at the end of our tour and update of some of the recovery projects that's going on. I'm Adrienne Williams-Octalien, and you can stay up to date with what's going on with the recovery by going on our website at www.usviodr.com. We will continue to build a legacy of resilience.